Welcome back. In this video, we are going to check out the ranking system and what is important in order to rank highly on the Udemy platform. And this is important in order to make more money because the higher ranked your course is, the more people will see it and the more people will actually enroll into the course. And this not only is important for the search of a specific term, it's also within the categories. So the better your course ranks in general, the better its position will be in the search and also in the categories. So let's have a look at the most important aspects of this ranking system. So the ranking factors, and there are several of them. I'm just going to look into the most important ones, and starting off with the most important, probably it's not specifically told by Udemy which factors are important. This has more to do with personal experience and also with what Google does, for example. The Udemy ranking system has improved over time, and back in the days it was super simple and very easy to exploit, but then they got better. It's the same with Google search engine optimization. Back in the days it was easy to pretty much go ahead and spam a specific keyword and then you would rank highly. And now it's very different. Now it's a lot about how good is the content, how perfect is it for the searcher. And that's what Udemy tries to do as well. So they want to hand over or show the best courses for the person looking for them. So they want to have the perfect fit so that people actually buy the course. And how do they know that people want to buy the course and it's the right fit? Well, that's done through conversion rate. Conversion rate means how many people have seen the particular course and how many of them have bought the course. And there are multiple areas of conversion. So the first one is people search for a term, and then there are 10 different courses, for example, that somebody sees. Now, how many of them will click onto your course? That's already one conversion. Let's say 1,000 people saw that search page and 100 of them clicked on your course. That's a conversion rate of 10%. Okay, and this is just one factor. So the more people click on your course, the more it signals to Udemy, okay, this is what people have searched for, and this is what I should show them even more. And I'm not sure whether I said Google or Udemy, but it's the same for Udemy, or that counts for Udemy as well. So the more people click on it, the better the conversion rate is, the more likely that Udemy will rank it higher. And then there is another conversion rate which is important, and that is how many of the people who went to the sales page of your course have actually enrolled in it. And this conversion rate highly fluctuates based on many different factors. And I will look into those factors as well when we're talking about optimization. All right, so let's have a look at the next ranking factor, and that is the title. So the title is super important because in the title, you pretty much sum up what the course is about, or at least to a certain degree, where you say, okay, in this course, we're talking about meditation, or in this course, we're talking about Java programming. So if the course is the complete Java developer, or the course name, the title, then people know, okay, this is about Java, and the Udemy ranking system thinks that as well. So it will display that when somebody searches for Java. All right, so the title is very important, and the words, the keywords that you use there are highly important for the search functionality as well. So it's of course the title, but then the description is important as well, which pretty much means that your title and your description should really complement each other. So the title should talk about or should sum up what the course is about, and the description should explain that in more detail and use the same words than the title does, or at least use the title words often, so that Udemy knows, okay, it's really about the specific title or the specific topic. And of course you shouldn't exaggerate. There is a value of like 3% to 2 to 3%. And if your keyword is often, you use that often, then that highly indicates that we're talking about that specific topic. Even though 2 to 3% might already be too much, because it's better to be, let's say, at 1 or 2%. So if you have 1,000 words in your description, which could be realistic or should be realistic, maybe just 500, but with 1,000 it's easier to calculate. So let's say you have 1,000 words in your description and your keyword is Java, let's keep it simple, then having that keyword 15 times in there would result in a 1.5% conversion rate. Okay, so ratings, that's the next very important step. And here, quality and quantity is important. So the more ratings you have, the better your ranking will be, which means you should have a high rating, 4.5, 4.6, 4.7 if possible. In some cases, it's super difficult to get higher than 4.5 in some topics or in some countries. Some people are overall rating worse than others. And yeah, so it's really depends on the demographics, but very, very much on the quality of the course. And of course, also on the expectations. So if you have built up high expectations in your promo video, in your description and those things, then people will rate it accordingly. But if the expectations were lower and people were then given more than they expected, then they will rate your course higher. So there you have to find the right fit, because if you don't promise too much, then the conversion rate will be lower. So you have to find the perfect amount on both sides here. Okay, next is the amount of students. So the more students are in the course, the better it will rank. And this is not particular the total amount of students over the whole period of time, but mainly over the last few months. So Udemy has changed their whole algorithm based on pretty much the last 90 days. So ratings which are older than 90 days are not that relevant anymore. They are not used or put into account that much anymore. So it's really important that you have great ratings and great amounts of students in the last few months. It's not specifically 90 days maybe in terms of amount of students, but in the ratings, they actually have stated in the past that ratings that are older than 90 days will not be accounted for or not be calculated into the overall rating or used for the overall rating, which pretty much means that your course should be up to date. And if it's up to date, then you will get more students, then you will get more ratings. And in terms of up to date, this means that are your ratings stagnant? Are they getting better or are they getting worse? So if they're constantly getting worse, this is an indication for Udemy that the course is not up to date anymore. And then, less people will be there. So will be shown this page. So the ranking will go down and you'll have less viewers of your course overall. Then the next one is user engagement. And this one pretty much means how many of the people who have started the course are looking through the course or going through the whole course, or at least through a certain amount of the course. So the higher the user engagement is, the more it tells Udemy, all right, this course is great to keep students on my platform. And Udemy wants to keep students on their platform. The longer people are on the platform, the higher the company will be evaluated. The more people will buy new courses, because if they like the platform, if they have a great learning experience, it's more likely that they buy a new course. And this means more business for Udemy. So you have to always consider it from that point of view. How can Udemy become a better platform? And that's their goal. And the ranking system is, of course, also trimmed to that. And how do they get a better platform? Very simple. By creating or by offering better quality courses for more people, and that's their goal. So better quality, more students, better fit. And fit is the next point. So the fit pretty much means how fitting is the course for that particular person. So if somebody has bought 5 courses on a beginner's topic, let's say beginner's course of Java, then if he searches for Java again, then it's very likely that he's gonna search for another course which is for beginners, or maybe on advanced topics as well. So Udemy will very likely display both options. And that's pretty much what Udemy wants to do. They want to bring the best fit to the student so that it's more likely that he buys. And how do they get this fit value? Well, through the conversion rate. So the better the conversion rate is, the better the fit is. Pretty much that's the indication for Udemy. Okay, that's a lot of talk for just the 10 or 15 words that I have on the slide, But let's have a look at some pictures to display that a little better. And here, this one is the performance. And here we're talking about the conversion rate. And this is not the conversion rate on the search page. This is really just the conversion rate on a particular course. And this is one of my latest courses, Komplette Webentwickler Masterclass, which I created with Jannes Seemann. And here you can see 10,000 landing page visitors and a conversion rate of 15.37%, which pretty much means that roughly 1,500 people have enrolled in the course, because if 10,000 have viewed it and 15% have bought it, that pretty much means 1,500 people bought the course. So you can see also how the conversion rate fluctuates, and that has to do with multiple factors. One is in general which kind of people are sent onto the page. For example, maybe on one day it was Facebook ads, maybe on one day it was more organic, and people who come through Facebook ads are more likely to buy, let's say, and people who are on organic are less likely, even though I think it should be the other way around. Then we have something like the promotions. So you see as well on the promotion days, it went very well. We can see here that this was the area of Black Friday. So during Black Friday, conversion rates are high because prices are low. So the lower the price, of course, the more people are likely to buy the course. And then of course, here you have November 30th, no Black Friday anymore, or no Cyber Monday or Cyber Week anymore. So the conversion rate goes down. And this also fluctuates based on the day of the week. So on some days the sales will be better than on others. So let's say Saturday maybe is the worst day, or Sunday is the worst day because people are less likely to buy something, or it's the other way around. So I haven't looked into that, to be honest, but my personal experience on my website at least is that people are more likely to buy on weekends than they are to buy during the week, because they're busy and they just say, okay, I'm gonna get it on the weekend when I have more time to look into it. And then they look into it, they check out the description a little more, and then they buy the course. Okay, so next one is an example of the ratings, students enrolled, and those kind of things. So here I was searching for meditation. And where did I end up? I ended up in a course which has no meditation in the title, neither in the description. So you can see, even though there's no meditation here, this course performs for meditation. And that is because it is using the meditation category. So the primary category of the course probably is meditation, and that's why it ended up there. And you can see it has a 4.5 star rating, which is good. It's a bestseller, which pretty much means it sold most courses. But then you see it has 7,338 students enrolled. So the ratings and students, these two numbers are super important, but then also the factors. So you can see 1,200 divided by 7,300 is something like a 17 or 18% rating. So which pretty much means that 17 or 18% of those who enrolled into the course have started and rated the course, which is a very good number, actually. Everything above 15% is pretty good. So if you have more than 15% ratings, that already signals that people who bought the course are very likely to start the course and are also very likely to stay on the platform, which is an indicator for Udemy. Hey, this course is great, I should rank it higher. Okay, so then we have this last updated here, which is awesome as well. So whoever created this course, it looks like it's Alexander Fairman, he updates the course regularly. At least that's, it seems like that, okay? So this is something super important. Of course, the title, as I said, but in this case, the title is not even that important, actually. It's well, it is important in my personal experience, but as you can see, the category is at least as important. So I didn't have it on the list, but it's super important as well. So you can see that there is a list of things that you should check out. And I created the Trello sheet that you can just copy and use in order to optimize your course. But we are also going to go through the whole optimization process in a later chapter after you've created the course. So this is just to give you an overall perspective on what you can expect and what's going to be important. But before we get there, it's important to, of course, create the course, and then we will check out all of these things. And no worries, it's not that difficult. It's really just doing the right things. And if you know what the right things are, then it's easy, especially if you have a to-do list that you can follow, because the most difficult work is the one that you don't know which next step to do and what to do exactly. So that's what I personally think. All right, so that's another long video. I hope you followed along and didn't fall asleep for this long ranking video. We're gonna look into that in more detail in a later chapter, but for now it's time to go ahead and start creating the course. So see you in the next video.